Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, oh, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
J360 Radio.
Oh, hey, how's it going, J360 Legion? Welcome to the J360 Mini Bite, hosted by J.M. Brady. I'm your host, J.M. Brady. So let's get into it. So, well, I see they're planning to reopen the economy. Delaware has managed to unite with a bunch of its neighbors in hopes of actually opening the gates again. Yeah, okay. So instead of just keeping the essential workers exposed, you might as well just bring the whole family back to get exposed. Okay, that's not too bad. See, look, maybe there's a chance now. Maybe all this stuff is dying down. Maybe we're actually flattening the curve in some spots. I heard New York's recovering. So hey, why not? And I think California's starting to do it too, starting to work with its neighbors. So there's a chance that everything will probably be on an even keel. But at the same time, you realize that the airborne virus is still out there, and a vaccine is still too far to come by with. Jeez, do I have any good news for you guys today? Oh, I'm just kidding. But however, at least they want to make progress in some areas. I'm not at the main studio today, actually. I'm utilizing the portable set again to make sure that everything works. And it does. So far, so good. Sitting here in the dark, just chilling in my own environment. Because I managed to work pretty hard today, and I don't know if I've been exposed to it or not. Chances are I probably have, but I don't have it. As far as I know. If anything, like me and the rest of the, essential worker bunch, or expendable worker bunch, whichever you want to call it, we get exposed to this crap every single day. So one way or another, we probably developed immunities, and nothing can stop us. If you can survive this kind of crap and you realize that the management wears more masks than you do, you know damn well you're going to make it through. And I've noticed something too. Quite a lot of dumb, irate, paranoid people are wearing the mask. And see, the thing is, if you couldn't understand them in the beginning, you damn sure can't understand them now. Because, man, I don't know what it is, but they look like a bunch of Mortal Kombat ripoffs out there. And then they got a nerve to want to try to be intimidating with the mask on. Now, this is me at the day job. I really don't care. This is me at the day job now with Corona. Why the hell am I here? Things like that. Ain't much of a difference, just one's a little bit more vocal than the other one. But you see, I managed to see some wild stuff today. There's this one person asking about baby back ribs, right? He's like, any baby back ribs? And I said, nope. And he's like, why? I said, 'cause we don't have any. Yeah, I just wasn't playing today. And then he said this, like, oh, okay, tomorrow? I was like, maybe. Yeah, he bitched right up as soon as I said what I needed to say. Because needless to say, one way or another, I just don't care at that point. If you're going to come correct. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and be polite. Because neither one of us really wants to be there. Of course, you're there by choice. I'm there because, hey, I chose wealth over health, I guess. So, yeah, if you all are paying attention to that Hanging with J-Man episode, yeah. Need the money, especially with all the goals I'm trying to do right now. And it's just like, I see it all the time. Like, they're in there, they don't even practice that social distancing crap where it's like, 6 feet away. These people are all up close and trying to mouth breathe on you and stuff. Of course, at the end of the day, as mean as I look sometimes, they don't come close. But I notice with other people, though, they like tower over them. And I like feel sorry for my coworkers every time I see them. I'm like, wow, going through too much. Especially the people in produce. Now, they got it worse. I mean, they're all opening up the cartons of grapes, and then they're all feeling into the fruits and veggies. And keep in mind, they're not even wearing gloves. They're just grasping onto that stuff. And I understand you do have to wash the produce you buy, but it's like, man, it was just ill. I was like, God, I'm glad I don't shop here. They couldn't pay me enough to shop there. But at the same time, though, I could work for Instacart for a little while. At the end of the day, still trying to find that third hustle, if you will, next to J360 Productions and actually working at that day job. Because I was going to be out in the park or someplace playing my trumpet and basking and getting the money to flow in. But no, Corona had to see that to the end, didn't it? That damn asshole. Hate Corona. Oh, man. But other than that, though, the field day is just, I get to see not only the downfall of society around me, I also get to see how long it doesn't take for people to freak out at the job. Everybody in there is almost wearing a mask, except for those of us that are either too stubborn to wear a mask or know that one way or another, we're still going to get affected in some sort of form. We wear our gloves now, and some of us keep clean, but it's like, hey, look, man, with the way things are going, and Delaware is well over the 1,000 mark now anyways, it's just like, hey, been through it so far. I mean, we ain't stopping anytime soon. You don't see me going through a cough fit right now, so I guess I'm okay one way or another. I'm not feeling tired or anything, so it's interesting. But you see, the problem is it's not while we're in the effect now. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, this stuff has made my mother into a germaphobe because she keeps calling me about stuff, and I'm like, really? I remember when I was out and about and I just wanted to go to Arby's, and I went over to Arby's just to get, hey, that fish deal is awesome, okay? 2 for $6. And I went ahead and got that, and I was just chilling in my car, eating and enjoying myself. Then I get a call, and then she's telling me not only did her and Dad need a few things, so I had to go pick up some stuff for them, but she also was telling me, Jay, they don't want you out and about. And I was like, well, I can't stay in my hovel all the time. Let me go. You know what I mean? I'm going out here, doing things I want to do. I'll pop by and see y'all. But of course, I'm at risk of doing that. See, that's why I don't spend that much time with my pops, that often. Especially, if I know I got to pick up something from him before I go to my place. You know what I mean? Because he's 70, and because, this stuff really affects the elderly, you kind of need to keep that distance. But I do talk to him on the phone, so that's good enough. But it sucks, man. This thing has been nothing more than it's kind of like that one thing that you get all the time, but you don't want it, you don't need it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, hey, which way is up? Are we winning this, or are we just doing a lot of foolish things and keeping it around longer? And I don't want to say that, though, because some people will freak out, because a lot of y'all are not really surviving quarantine like as I'd hope you would, because nobody expected it. Which at the end of the day, I will always say, I'm sure we'll get through this. I'm sure we're going to be okay. But then you'll realize a lot of the wild restrictions that go into play. Some states are not even allowing people to buy non-essential items, such as entertainment or books or basically you name it. If you're not eating it or whatever, chances are you are not allowed to buy it. And I would love to see any of those other retail goons, no offense, I am a retail goon myself, but the thing is, I would love to see any of those people tell me I couldn't buy a copy of this video game or this DVD or Blu-ray, whatever, that I wanted to buy, even though I could get it, digitally. But what's the point of that? I don't want to do that. I want the physical copy. If I know that you're right there and you're open for business, the reason why I'm there is a complete non-factor, other than just, hey, I'm getting what I want, and I can go. I'm at risk anyway. So, it's like, you're going to restrict people from doing it. Certain states, and let's see, naming the two that I see in this article, which is Vermont and Michigan, they are not allowing people to buy certain things as a way of downplaying the risk of exposure to Corona because it lives on surfaces. And also it allows certain other businesses to get that clientele for the non-essential shop. I can understand small businesses, They need a chance to thrive because that's the backbone of capitalism around here. You know, you kind of want that. You want that competition, at least, but not the way they're going about it. I mean, certain businesses had to shut down because they are non-essential. Remember the list? Remember, we had a list. So it's like, well, okay. So you don't want people to buy this item here, but you want the non-essentials to have a leg up and a chance, even though they might be closed. You see where the conflict of interest comes into play? It's wild, man. But granted, I don't live in those kind of states, and you know, like, technically we're under lockdown over here, but 2/3 of the state is open, so. And then also, I gotta mention that certain people that are not even in their home state are floating around in here. So, yeah. One way or another, you know, you want to reopen the economy. You want things to be a lot more positive. You want us to get back on the right track, and I get that. But there's just a whole lot of other stuff around here that the conflict of interest shows, and these people do not care about your well-being and your safety at all. They care about the money. Anytime you got Doug McMillon telling you to come up and, you know, shop week to week instead of just all in bulk and sitting there and having your stuff, you know who Doug McMillon is, right? CEO of Walmart. Yeah, see, these big businesses and all, they don't really care about your well-being. They'll go on a note to tell you that they do, but they do not. And then, of course, you know, with other restrictions here and there. I just can't wait to see what happens when this blows over. Because, you know, much like anything else that happens to us, we have a hard time getting over it. We have a hard time recovering from events like this. And you know that the paranoia still stays there. Ain't no different than when anthrax was floating around. Ain't no different when Ebola was floating around. And it's not any different than, you know, certain other tragic events. I'm not going to bring them up in here because this episode's already bleak enough. But I'm just saying that, you know, one way or another, you just wonder how society's going to recover from it. If it ever will recover from it. And then you hope that things get to the point where, you know, we don't have this happen again. We actually catch it ahead of time, and we have a vaccine or some sort of a treatment that can actually fix the problem. But you also hear that they run out of tests. Hospitalization's high. And, of course, you know, the cases are high and all these other things. You hear it. But what about the people that actually recover from it? Do you hear from them? Do you hear from the ones that went through the whole thing? You see what I'm saying? But, you know, it's one of them things that you think about on the outside of things. Now, I'm not going to say that I've given up hope. I'm never going to give up hope. I mean, things are always going to improve, and hopefully we'll be able to fight through this. But I'm also wondering, like, the actual area that they said that this came from is now virus-free. How did they get virus-free, whereas we're still, you know, still pretty much in the shite hole? Yeah, that's one of the things we're just going to have to do research on when I get a chance. But of course, that's the story for another time. Anyway, I hope you all are going to be taking care of yourselves and stuff. We got a pretty hefty play here at J360 Productions this week. You know, you got 2 J-Man Show episodes, so that means a double special. And then, of course, you have a J360 TV presentation. And I'll be doing a power play again. So, you know, a little bit of entertainment comes. It's just after a while, when you get to the mini bites and stuff, you know, I do have to talk about what's really going on now and again. But I think we'll be alright, you know? So, keep the hope and the faith, okay? And this is the J-Man signing off, so, peace.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time. No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.